Hello and welcome to Pure Pilates. My name is Nikki. If you haven't exercised with Pure Pilates before, then check out my earlier video, how to exercise safely. Pilates is a very safe form of exercise, but if you've got any doubts whether or not it's for you, then make sure that you check it out with your GP or other health practitioner. Today's session is focusing on releasing your lower back. So just helping you feel a little bit more comfortable in that area if you're a bit sore at the moment. So let's go down to the mat. And we're going to take a rest pose to start. So putting your feet together and your knees apart. And then you're going to gently come down onto the mat. Try and keep your bum down on your feet. And this is gradually going to stretch out your lower back. So you're taking this down as far as it's right for you today and taking your head down to the mat. And just gently close your eyes and breathe. Taking that breath in through your nose and down into your belly. And exhaling through your nose. And now imagine the air is going to your lower back, just along here. And each time you're exhaling, just consciously relax the muscles in your lower back, just a little bit more. Just willing those muscles to release. And then once that feels okay for you, if you just try and tuck your tailbone under just a little bit. So really you're lengthening that lower back. And again, you're breathing in and out through your nose. Your body needs oxygen for the muscles to stretch. You absorb more oxygen if you breathe in through your nose. So just breathe in there. Good. And now coming up onto all fours. Straighten your legs up so your feet are in line with your knees. Your hands are on the mat underneath your shoulders. And now your body is strong and flat, so you're not dipped in the lower back and you're not arched. So breathing in and out of your belly, and then on your next exhale, keep your belly in. So you've engaged your core, and now you're breathing in and out of your ribs. So your belly isn't moving now, your ribs are moving out sideways. Your neck is straight with your spine, so you're not dropping your head, you're not lifting your head, it's flat. And you're pulled in here. Good. Inhale, and as you exhale, chin to chest, tuck your tailbone under, and you're pushing up between your shoulder blades. And now roll through your spine the other way. So you're tilting your hips down, you're dipping in your lower back, and you're stretching your chin up. Exhaling, rolling through that spine. Belly in, tucking your tailbone under. Inhaling, rolling the other way. So essentially we're flexing that lower back backwards and forwards. If that's painful for you, don't do it. Uncomfortable is fine. But just taking it where it's right for you today. So just loosening that off a little bit. Good. And last one, rolling through that spine. Good. And then we're going to come back to neutral. Okay, we're going to loosen off your middle back now. Just because you're feeling the pain here doesn't mean that that's where the problem is. Well, it is a problem because that's where the pain is. But it might be because you're tight in other places. That's what I'm trying to say. So let's just loosen off that middle back. So we're going to do thread the needle. So take your left hand palm up and put it between your right hand and your right knee. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're bending your supporting arm and taking your head down to the mat as you reach that left hand away. Okay, I can actually feel that in my lower back today. So you're staying there, and again, breathe, use the breath. This is also a good workout for your tricep. If you're not getting such a good stretch, you might have taken your hips backwards. So try and keep your hips over your knees. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're bringing that hand back in. Other side. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're pushing your right hand away. Bend the supporting arm, your head is going down to the mat. Breathing there, stretching. Look at the hand you're pushing away. Inhale, and as you exhale, your arms coming back in. Let's just do one more each side. So, inhale, and as you exhale, left arm away. Oh, that's a really nice stretch. Breathing. And coming back in. Inhale, and as you exhale, coming back in. Last one. Inhale, as you exhale, right arm away. Inhale, exhaling back in. Good. And sitting back. Well done. Now then, coming into seated, I want you to bend your right leg in so your sole of your foot is against your left thigh. If that's not great for you, then bring it down to your calf muscle. Don't put it on your knee joint though, because that isn't good. So, you're trying to keep that knee as low to the ground as you can. And now flex your left foot. Now this left knee is shining to the ceiling, so you've not rotated your leg to either side. It's square onto the ceiling. And now you're sitting up straight and rotate your upper body so you're looking down that left leg. Good. Hands on your left leg. You're going to caress your leg now. All right then. So inhale. And as you exhale, you're taking your hands down your leg. Your upper body is coming down over that left leg. And you're reaching your hands away. Now, like we did before with the thread the needle and with the rest pose, you're going to breathe your way into that stretch. So breathing in and out through your nose. Inhale, and as you exhale, can you just increase the stretch just a little bit more? I'd expect you to feel it more on this right side. Again, uncomfortable is fine, but pain is not. So that's, you'll know when you tip over into pain. If it's too much for you, don't go as far. Just stay up just a little bit. If not, just keep going. Each exhale takes you a little bit lower. And then when you've found where is right for you today, take the left hand and put it around the inside of that leg, wherever is right, in your thigh, by your calf muscle, by your ankle, by your foot. It's up to you. And now you're going to take your right arm up and look up at your arm. So now you've got a stretch down your side to your hips, lower back. Breathing there. Again, if that's not right for you, just don't take it quite so far, or just come up a bit higher. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're bringing that arm down. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're coming back up. Good. Swapping our legs now. Left foot comes in to your thigh or your calf. Remember not to put it on your knee. Flex your foot. Check your knee shining up so you haven't rotated that leg either way. Turn your upper body now to look along the length of that leg. Caress your leg. Remember that bit? Inhale. And as you exhale, down you go. Good. Reaching. Breathing. In through your nose and out through your nose. Each exhale, can you go a bit further down? Good. And then when you found where is right for you, bring your right hand to the inside of your right leg. And we're going to lift the left arm up. So looking up at that hand. And you're breathing there. Good. And we're coming back. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're bringing that arm back down. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're coming back up. And you're just going to shake out those legs. And now you're going to sit with your legs in a V shape. Flex your feet, stretch your hamstrings. So you're sitting up straight. Make sure your core's in and pulling your head up to the ceiling. So it's the crown of your head that's going up. So you're lengthening your spine. And now you've got to engage that core. So keeping the core in when you next exhale, and then you're breathing in and out of your ribs. So taking your arms up. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're taking your arms along a track. They're not going down, chin to chest, and you're reaching forward. Somebody's got a hold of you around the waist and they're pulling you backwards, but you're reaching forward. So it's almost as if you're arching over a giant beach ball on your lap. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're coming back up. Stretching out straight spine. Inhale, and as you exhale, chin to chest, rolling forward. Arms along the track, not down, bellies to spine. Someone's pulling you back around the waist as you're reaching forward. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're rolling back up. Stretching crown of head to the ceiling, and we're just going to do one more of those. So inhale, and as you exhale, chin to chest, belly to spine, arms along a track. Someone's pulling you backwards around the waist, but you're reaching forward. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're rolling back up. And rest. Good. Now you're going to lie down on your back. Bring your feet towards your bum. Settle your blades down into the mat. We're going to do some spine curls. So we have loosened up the spine a fair bit. So we're going to go straight into the spine curl. So inhale, and as you exhale, belly button to spine, you're tilting your hips now towards you. And then you're going to squeeze your bum and you're going to roll up. So we're looking for a straight line from shoulder to knee. Check that your knees are running straight. There's a tendency to take the knees apart. Keep them there. So we're opening up these hips at the front and we're exercising your bum. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're rolling down. One source of lower back pain is weak glutes. So if you've got a weak bum, you could hurt your lower back. Inhale, and as you exhale, belly button to spine, you're rolling through that spine. So this is your bum being strengthened, but also we're opening these hip flexors at the front. Inhale, and as you exhale, you're rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Curl your spine, rolling down. And then your tailbone hits, release your bum. Inhale. And as you exhale, pelvic tilt, squeeze your bum, you're rolling up. So if you've been sitting down a lot, these get tight. Inhale. And as you exhale, curve the spine, tilting that tailbone until you unfurl it at the last moment. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're rolling up. So feeling a stretch here. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're rolling down. Good, and we're just going to do one more. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're rolling up, rolling through your spine. Good. Inhale. And as you exhale, you're rolling down. Good. And the rest. Then come over onto your side. Going to put your hands behind your ear and your elbow is in line with your shoulder. You're going to straighten your bottom leg out towards the bottom of the mat and keep your top leg across yourself to keep your balance. So the top leg is out onto the floor. And now get hold of your bottom leg by your foot or your ankle. So this one is just relaxing there. So you're holding on to your foot and you can feel the stretch maybe in the front of your thigh, if that's where you're tight. So we just stretch that bit first. You may not be feeling that. You may feel it in your hip straight away. It all depends where you're tight. So again, breathing through that stretch. And then gradually you should feel the challenge in your thigh going, probably 10 to 15 seconds. That's what it takes for your muscles to stretch. So you might still feel the stretch, but it's not such a challenge. And now just thrust that lower hip forward slightly. So you're pushing into your hip. And you can feel the stretch now has changed to here. You might still feel it there in your quad a bit. Or it might take you a bit longer to stretch your quad. But we're pushing that lower hip forward. Remember to breathe. I know it sounds silly, but sometimes when you're stretching, for some reason you hold your breath. Well, when I say you, I mean me. But I think it's a general thing. Good. Releasing that leg, and we've got to do the same on the other side. So over we go. So laying down with your hands behind your ear. Your elbow though is in line with your shoulder. Your top leg is out to keep your balance, and you're getting hold of that bottom foot and holding your foot up towards your bum and feeling the stretch in the front of your thigh and your hip. Might be more in your thigh at the moment. So breathing through that stretch. Just noticing how that front thigh feels, how your hip feels. Is it different to the other side? Just noticing. Okay. And then when that challenge has gone from your thigh, just gently push that lower hip forward. So we're now getting a stretch inside that hip. Good, breathe. The body needs oxygen for the muscles to stretch. Good, keep breathing. Good. And release. Good, and now coming into seated and holding onto your ankles. Your feet are hip width apart. You might need to hold behind your thighs or your calf muscles, or depends how long your arms are. That's a joke. All right then. So you're sitting up straight. So we're going to do like the cat stretch again, but in a seated position. So inhale, and as you exhale, tucking your chin in, tucking your tailbone under. So again, we're mobilizing the spine, but this time we're in seated. Inhaling, rolling forward, and now chin up, chest up, exhaling, rolling through. Good. Tailbone under, push the weight between your shoulder blades. Rolling forward, stretching up. Exhaling, rolling down. Inhaling, coming up. And coming back to neutral. And we're just going to lay down and loosen off the lower spine. So taking your arms open to letter T, but so as you're relaxed, so you're not forcing it up, where it's comfortable for you. And you're just going to drop your knees to one side as you look the other way. So taking that as far as is comfortable for you. And again, you're going to use your breath for your knees just to sink a little bit lower. So you're not forcing your knees down to the mat. They're going down as your spine relaxes. Other side, inhaling, squeezing your core in to take your knees over to the other side. You look the other way so that you're twisting and rotating your spine. And again, you're just waiting for your knees to drop down to the floor, and you're using your breath just to release that spine a little bit, just so that your knees drop. Good. Inhale to center. Good. And then we're going to come up into seated. So have a nice big stretch, taking your hands over your head, a nice big stretch, stretch, stretch away, and exhaling. If you can roll up, that's good. If you can't, bend your knees and just pull up. I'm going to use your core for that. But if that's not good for you today, just come over onto your side and push yourself up. So we're going to come into seated. Hopefully that's loosened off your lower back a little bit. But like I say, often that can be from sitting because you're Hip flexors get short at the front and long at the back, so you need to stretch those out, and also need to strengthen your glutes to give your torso more support. Anyway, hopefully you're feeling a little bit better. Inhaling, taking your arms up, pushing your hands together, coming down. Thank you for doing this session. I hope your back's feeling better. See you next time. Namaste. Thank you.